All right, let's talk Cincinnati and the Milwaukee Brewers here, Bri. This one, little intriguing as far as you shape this one up. Really intriguing to see that Milwaukee's only minus 155, despite the fact that they have been beating Cincinnati's ass. That feels short for me here, man. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'll talk about that money line price in just a second, but I think it's really interesting that each of the first two games of the series saw the over take money throughout the day, yet both games ended up staying under the closing number. Monday was a 5-3 final, total close 9. Tuesday was 7-2, total close 9.5. Brewers won both of those games, as you alluded to, Dan, tonight. This one's on ESPN, so you can watch it. They're going to look to make it 3 in a row, the Brew Crew, over the division rival Reds. For the record, this series wraps up tomorrow. We're going to have an outstanding pitching matchup tomorrow. Chase Burns and Jacob Misiorowski, perhaps 1 and 2 there, with Misiorowski being 1 in the NL Cy Young race. But for tonight, Andrew Abbott and Shane Drohan. Guess what? The over's taken money again. You look at the odds screen, totals move from 8.5 to 9. Milwaukee, you mentioned a decent-sized favorite on the money line, but perhaps should be even bigger. I imagine, Dan, the Brewers will win this game. I actually have them currently power rated as the second best team in all of baseball, behind only the Dodgers. So I hold them in a high regard. And boy, as you alluded to as well, do the Brewers love facing the Reds. 50-19 the last 69 meetings is Milwaukee. They've really had Cincinnati's number. Perfect 5-0 head-to-head this season. Overall, Cincy has really struggled, guys, this year in division games. How about a 4-19 record against the rest of the NL Central? That's the worst division record of any team in baseball. I'm sure Kirk Herbstreit is currently firing off some angry tweets somewhere about that. I don't know what's gotten into Kirk recently. Guy's posting like a angry guy on the community Facebook page. But anyway, I digress. Brewers are going to win here, I think, but I think that elusive over comes in as well. We know the Brewers can score, guys. Third highest scoring team in all of baseball. Here in Milwaukee, which, of course, is Algonquin for the good land, that scoring average jumps to 5.3 runs per game. Tonight, the Brewers are going to face Andrew Abbott, who I mentioned. He generally allows a lot of contact. 4 runs allowed his last time out. That was in Pittsburgh. Also, Milwaukee has generally not been the good land for Abbott. He has a 5.23 ERA. 4 previous starts here. The Reds bullpen, it stinks. We all know this. 6th highest ERA in baseball. So the over, I guess, comes down to the Reds getting to 4 runs. Seem fair to me. They've only done that once against the Brewers this season, but wouldn't you know, Dan and Andy, the one time the Reds got to 4 runs against the Brewers, who started for Milwaukee? It was the rookie Shane Drohan. Now, Drohan threw 4 1/3 scoreless innings, so it wasn't his fault. But note the inefficiency. 98 pitches to get through those 4 1/3 innings. So the fact he didn't give up a run, maybe it's a little fortunate. 4 of the 5 games Drohan has started have seen 11 or more total runs scored. Dan, I like the over here in the Reds and Brew Crew.
Just touched 9 last night, as you alluded to there as well. And if you're looking to back the Cincinnati Reds, I believe it would be the first time that they won since September of 2025 against this Brew Crew. So just throwing that out there, folks. Just throwing that out there. That minus.
It'll happen eventually, I suppose. They're not going to lose every game until the end of time to Milwaukee.
Yeah, exactly. But we're looking at the over, sitting at that key number of a 9. BP, we already talked about what you have up. You can remind folks one more time, wt.buzz/BP, and also remind them what they should be starting off their morning with every morning. A bran muffin, a nice black coffee, maybe a morning constitution, and the morning wager here.
Yeah, something like that. Not necessarily in that order, but as long as you do all those things, you're going to be A-okay, guys. Yeah, new episode of the Morning Wagers out. Mark Zinn and I broke down today's entire baseball card, all 3 World Cup matches as well. Mark has inexplicably gotten into the World Cup. He's doing quite well in it. I mentioned earlier, I'm doing quite well in the World Cup. We're on a 100% run, 6 wins, 2 pushes, our last 8 plays. We're at 70% for the entire tournament. 7-1 overall, guys, the last 4 days. That's between baseball and the World Cup. We're number 1 with Major League Baseball totals this year. You go back a ways, 80-51 all sports run. So we start a new streak today, and you can do it with 2 plays. 1 in Major League Baseball. It is a total. Again, number 1 in totals. And then we have a best bet in the World Cup. Go 2-0 with me today. WT.buzz/BP, just $29 to get on board for the day, $69 for 6 days. And if anyone's going to the Cleveland Guardians game this afternoon, braving the heat, I will be there. I don't know how long I'm going to stand and bake in the sun. I think I might head out to the former Terrace Club, which is now a bar, and hang out in the cool, but I'll be there. So Rangers Guardians, say hi.
Hey,
you're
Brian,
so
you got to give us a home run pick. Dan has a rule that if he attends a baseball game, he has to have a little pick on someone to hit a home run. Do you have a home run?
Well, when I go to a game, I generally root for no one to hit home runs and no one to score. So that's fun. Dan and I should go to a game and live stream it and just root for different things.
Epic.
That would be fun.
Now that I'm on the East Coast with you, Brian, we actually should do that. That would be a lovely.
Pittsburgh, I guess, right? Isn't that kind of in the? I don't.
Yeah, that could be equidistance for us. But
Altoona, we can catch a minor league game called Trig. I don't know. All right.
All right. Now you're starting to lose.
I'm sorry. Okay,
now you're starting.
I apologize. I got too aggressive there. I'm sorry. John, look, Peterson. He's homered 5 times in the last 6 games, 4 times in the last 5 games. What's he going to keep hitting home runs? I don't know. Look, I will let everyone know. I joked about braving the heat. It'll be interesting because normally when you have these hot temperatures, we saw all the high totals yesterday and all the overs, ball carries. But here's the issue with this Rangers-Guardians game. For the ball to carry, that would require making contact with the baseball, Andy. The Cleveland Guardians are not good at doing that with the bat. This lineup is absolutely putrid. So I apologize. I know that was a long-winded response to say, no, I don't have a home run prop for you. Maybe Peterson. He's the guy swinging at best for Texas. No, Seager's not playing either for Texas, I believe. So there we go.